I went a bit crazy at Chanel. I decided that I wanted to just completely start again with all of my skincare and makeup. I'm at a bit of a stage at the moment where I'm kind of wanting to use more dewy products that are not so heavyweight, very easy to use, and you can just blend them in with your fingers or just very easily apply them, and then also apply sunscreen throughout the day and then reapply these products without too much precision being involved. I also think that my skin is changing, so I'm very much into using products that are more hydrating. So I really wanted to seek for a brand that can offer that for me. First things first is I got this Le Gel cleanser, a beautiful cleanser. It smells very clinical. It has this clear design, very easy to use. You just take the lid off like so, pump it out, and you can use this dry. I found, like, you don't have to have wet hands. It actually will remove makeup quite well if you use this one dry. A lot of people say this is just kind of underwhelming, it's not as good as the cream cleanser, but the fact of the matter is that I actually have a beautiful cream cleanser that I use, and that is something that I'm not willing to replace. However, I like to cycle through the sort of more everyday, lightweight removing facial products. So for me, this worked perfectly because this is not too heavy duty, so I can still use my cream cleanser when I have quite a lot of makeup on and I need to just really get that first rinse off. But if I'm just wearing, you know, a little bit of blush and some SPF, then this is the perfect thing to take off during the day. And I do think that everyone needs a cleanser that is very gentle for the skin and not so heavy duty. Also, in the way of cleansers, I also got this one here. So this is, I think, from the same line. It's the hydrating line, I'm pretty sure. Basically what this is just an eye makeup remover. The good thing about this one is that you can see it's separated, so it does need to shake up. You've got half there liquid, it looks half full, but you actually shake that off and the oils will combine like this. And then what you do with this one is you just pot it on a cotton pad, and if you're wearing quite heavy eye makeup or you've got brow products, then that's when you will just soak that on the eye and remove it. So I've also got the other one, but I can use this in conjunction with that if I've just put on eye makeup and I don't want to use a cream cleanser. The smell of these products is so good. I am a big fan of products that smell good. I don't have sensitive skin, so I do actually love to have a product that has a bit of a scent to it. It does actually help me feel a bit more like I'm having a therapeutic treatment when I am doing my skincare. So here is another one that I got. So this is a sensitive skin cream. I have my days where if I'm using glycolic acid or any sort of products that will help, like a retinol at night, then my skin tends to feel a little bit sensitive at times. So what I like to have is this product, because what this will actually do is provide a nice hydration to the skin that is not irritating, and I can use this as a secondary moisturizer. Whenever I'm feeling like I'm a little bit sensitive, I can pop this one, and it's fragrance free and it has all of that good stuff. Love a gentle moisturizer. I find that they are always handy to have, and at the moment I don't have any, so I've just finished using the ones that I bought a while back in Harman. Here is also another product. This is the micro serum. This has a lot of review and buzz. It's quite a popular one. This one goes before you pop on your moisturizer. So basically it has these little beads in it, and they are all hyaluronic acid filled. Lots of great skincare in this, smells amazing and applies to the skin beautifully. This will keep you hydrated all throughout the day. I have tested this before and I just think it's absolutely amazing. So this is something that I'll use every single day in the morning, probably not before night, because I do like to use retinols at night and all those oils and sort of things, but this is the perfect thing to sort of add to your during the day routine. And then we have another product here. This is another piece of skincare. I did tell you that I was going to get quite a few bits of skincare. So in this product, let me show you. This is illuminating fluid. So this is like a cream, but it's more of a richer cream. So the other one that I had was a little bit more gentle. This is more of a rich cream. So this one will definitely provide you with a little bit more hydration. I can use this on the nights where I need a little bit more hydration. If I'm using my retinol, I can also layer with this. This will kind of act as my night cream, I guess. It's not too rich, but it provides a little bit more hydration for the skin and a little bit more slip as well. So I really love the feeling of this one, and it does have a really pleasant smell to it as well, but it is very similar to the Sensitive line, but this one is just a little bit more hydrating. I have to say that the Hydra Beauty line from Chanel is probably my favorite. I know it's not everyone's, but I just like hydrating products. Okay, so now we're getting into makeup. I did pick up a few little bits and pieces. This one goes into the category of what I wanted to sort of collect to have products that are just very easy to use. And I will show you a demonstration on all of these products, so stay tuned for that as well. But this is from the Le Beige collection, and this is a micro beaded coral blush, and the sales associate that helped me with this was so helpful. She was actually going through the same kind of journey herself with skincare. She's moving away from more heavy duty products, and she's trying to find products that are a bit more nourishing, hydrating, and lightweight for her skin. This one I found really nice when I'm not wearing any makeup. It is a coral color, so it looks quite brown when you look in there at the bottle, but then when you put it on the skin, it is actually very vibrant. So the beads kind of burst and then they apply to the skin like water almost, and then it just gives you this nice natural color within. And I found that this one stood out the most on my skin tone. The lighter version was just a little bit too subtle, and I find that when my face tans, I don't get a lot from those products. So I want something a bit more punchy, but I wanted it to be hydrating because I do use lipstick quite a lot as a blush, and I love lipstick as a blush, but sometimes it does take a little bit more work to really sort of blend that product out. Whereas this, I can just pump, apply and use a brush, and I don't have to think too much about whether or not it's very blended in. And then I got the lovely bronzer. Now I'm going to a wedding, and I have spent a lot of time over the past few months in the sun, so my body is very tanned, and my face is not as tan because I have been wearing a hat. So I have been, trying to protect my skin on my face, but I have been a little bit naughty with the body, and I've been exposing it to the sun. So basically, this product is a lovely bronzer. So I did try out this bronzer from a Chanel store in London in Selfridges, and I'm just going to say it, I think the service in Selfridges is one of the worst services that you can get from a luxury department store in London. Selfridges is nothing compared to the service, in my opinion, from Harrods or from even standalone boutiques sometimes. I find it a little bit lazy, and I find that the people are just so rushed and almost like their mind is elsewhere. So basically, I find that whenever I shop in Selfridges, I'm not getting the full experience that they can, or the recommendations that I need. And with Chanel, I'm not so experienced with their skincare, so I do need professional advice when it comes to what products will work better and really help someone to try and find the better alternative with me. So I did find this when I was in Paris. The service was really good. And so sometimes it's better to just remove yourself from those busy department stores and find yourself somewhere that's a little bit more relaxed. This I tried in the light color, and I did not like it. It looked very orange on my skin. The girl was like, yeah, no, it looks good, it looks great, it looks fantastic, and I was like, I don't think so. So I politely just declined and said I'd think about it. And at that point I was actually thinking about getting another branded bronzer, but then it was when I went to Paris that I had a really good experience with the sales associate, and she just really cared about trying to customize the products for me, and she got me onto the medium one, which is slightly darker, but it's also got a little bit more of a natural finish. So the first one I tried on is the original, and they only had that one, but then they released two other shades, this one, the medium one, and then also the darker one. And I feel like the darker and the medium are probably best for me. And the first one is just that little bit more orangey tone. So great if you've got a fake tan, but at the moment I'm not fake tanning. So this is probably better for me. I tried this on and it blended beautifully into the skin. It just sinks right in, and you don't need to mattify it with any powders, but you can do so as well if you just wanted that extra security. But this actually absorbs quite nicely into the skin, which I really loved. Okay, we're getting through this. It's quite a big haul for Chanel. Last little bits that I have here. I have this lipstick. So this lipstick I decided to get just because I wanted a little bit of lipstick in the store after getting my makeup done. I just thought it was so gorgeous on my lips, very natural, very hydrating. As I said, I have quite a few MAC products, and most of the MAC products that I have are matte, so I'm kind of trying to shift out of that because my lips do get quite dry during the day, and I find that I'm just always putting glosses on top of those lipsticks when I could usually just use a satin, and I don't have a lot of satins. So this is like that medium finish, and you've got the beautiful color there, like a skin tone, and it's very peachy as well. So great for when you're just not wearing a lot of makeup, and very easy to just keep reapplying, almost like a gloss because it looks like your lip color. The lady who was doing my makeup, she had a very beautiful skin tone, and the lipstick that she was wearing was a little bit more of a red tone, but it looked very natural on her, and I complimented her on how good it looked on her, and I said that I love it, but I want a version that's slightly more subtle because I'm a fairer skin tone. On me, her lip shade would have looked way more like a red lipstick, but on her it just looks so beautiful and natural. So I wanted the same thing, and she just found this one for me, and I was just so appreciative because it was just the perfect thing that I asked for. This one is called Rouge Cocoa Flash in the color 84 immediate, and yeah, I just love this one. Very easy to pop in every purse and just use every single day. And then I did get quite a few samples from her. She was so lovely. She just filled my bag with samples. So I did try on a foundation in there, and this is the sample for the foundation that I tried on. The number for my complexion was 30, and it's called Beige. And I did want to get this one, but then I decided that I was going to wait a little while until I finished my current one, which is just CC Cosmetics, and that one works perfectly. And then also in here we have a sample mascara, and it's good to have that in your purse as well as a touch-up. She asked me what sort of samples I would like first of all, and the first thing I said was Gardenia, because I've tried the oil and the oil is so beautiful, but the thing is with the oil is that it only comes in, I think, 150 milliliters, and the bottle is about this big, and it's very heavy, and as much as I want it, and I think the smell smells beautifully, I do have to wait until I can carry heavier things and I don't have so much in my luggage. So she gave me the perfume sample, which I just love because I will be spraying this quite a lot. I love the smell of this, and I don't have this fragrance, so I wanted to start with the oil because I do have a lot of floral fragrances that I can use with that oil, and the notes will carry very nicely together. The thing about Gardenia is it has this vanilla-y beige kind of undertone to it, as well as floral. So that's kind of what I'm wanting to introduce into my skin, my scents. So I have a lot of straight up florals that don't have that creamy undertone. So having Gardenia as a base will be so good for me, and then powdering up with my florals. Last one gave me this perfume fragrance as well. I think I have tried it before. It is from this collection, but I definitely think that I will get this one as well. So I might get this one very soon as I'm a sucker for fragrances. But yeah, this has a very similar smell to the Dior fragrance, which is, I think it's in the purple bottle. I don't know what it's called, but it's a very signature scent from Dior, and I have got a sample of that as well. But I find that this one is just, it's very similar. It's a lot more affordable. So I'm wearing quite a bit of makeup at the moment, which is perfect for a getting unready video. So I thought that I would start by removing the eye makeup and then work through some of the other skincare. Okay, so this is pretty good for a result for removing the eyes. You can also use this on the lip as well. So I have the clean side of this. Now I've got squeaky clean skin, my absolute favorite. I'm going to go in with this next product. Oh my gosh. The scent.